Hey boys and girls, and welcome to day 12 of writing a research paper. Last time I wrapped up my paper and gave you an idea of what a final copy might look like. But I did tell you that there are still a couple things we can add to make it a little bit more interesting, maybe make it a little bit more eye-appealing, and just some other things that we can do to really finish it up. Today I'm going to show you how to do just a couple of those things. Let's take a look at how text features work and how they might be applied to your book.
Hey teacher, well today we're going to be working on text features. Do you remember what those are? You're right, they're features that authors add to give more information and make nonfiction text easier to understand. You also say I'm the best teacher you've ever had? That is so nice of you. Alright, let's get down to business. I want you to pick out two text features in front of you. There's a lot of them listed there, so just give them a quick scan and pick out two that you want to work on. Just a quick scan. Just picking two of them. Just pick any two. All right, let me take a few of them away. Now can you pick out two? Okay, let me take a few more away. Okay, you need to pick two. I've given you two. You're picking the two that are in front of you. Just pick two. The only two that are there. Thank you. No, napkins are not text features. Try again. Pick two. There's only two. Just tell me you're picking those. Adding photographs. Taking a look at the cover of this book, we can see it has the title as well as the author's name. But it looks like it's missing something. A picture, right? So how exactly do we go about getting a picture? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go onto the internet and we're going to type in what we're searching for. For me, it's going to be penguins. Once there, we're going to go into the Images tab, and you can scroll through and look for any picture that you might want to use. So let's see, for my cover, I'm going to use this one. Click on it, and it'll take you to the website where your picture should pop up, and then you're going to right-click and copy the image, and then click back into your paper. Now what we'd normally do is we'd right-click again and we'd paste it, but the problem is you can't move the picture when you just put it in like that. So let's back up, and we're going to insert what's called a text box. So we're going to click on Insert, and you're going to find your text box. And we're going to draw it in right in the middle of the title and the author. We're once again going to paste it, and this time, because it's in the text box, you can move it wherever you need it. So let's make a little bit more space here. And now I'm going to make my text box a little bit bigger as well. Now click on your picture, and you can resize that picture. Great. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to right-click on the outside of this box, and we can format the shape. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that line. Now we take a look, and sure enough, we've got our title with our picture, and it looks much more appealing to work with. Let's take a look at another place where you can add a picture. To add a picture to the middle of one of our subtopics, we're going to do it about the same way. We're going to go ahead and insert a text box. And we'll kind of draw it in where we actually want to put it, which is somewhat in the middle of the paragraph. Now when you do that, you can see it's going to kind of cover up some of the words. We'll take care of that in just a moment. Let's go back into our internet browser and pick out a picture that shows for the habitat a nice icy area but still has penguins in it. We're going to right click and we're going to copy that image, go back to our Word document, and again we're going to right click and paste it in. Okay. We can go ahead and take a minute to resize it. Say, I want to make this a little bit bigger, and then you can adjust your text box to accommodate it as well. Now that we have our picture in place, we've got to make sure it doesn't cover up any words anymore. So it's important that you click on the side of it, and we're going to go into wrap text. And what that means is we want the words to actually wrap around our picture. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick square or tight. And for me, I'm just going to say tight. And you can see now, wherever I put my picture, the words will kind of work their way around my picture. And now I can have my picture right in the middle of my paragraph. Looks nice, doesn't it? Lastly, don't forget to take off that line so that that extra line won't be seen once you leave your final picture. Hey teacher, did you get a chance to add pictures like I taught you to? Great! You didn't do anything ridiculous like tape the picture to your computer screen, did you? No, of course not. That'd be ridiculous. Look over there. Wait, what? I don't see anything. Are you sure there's something over there? What? What was that noise? Adding text boxes. Now let's take a look at adding one more thing, a fact box. How are we going to do that? You guessed it, we're going to start by adding a text box once again. Go ahead and draw it to about the size you think you're going to need, and we can always resize it later. Once you have that in there, go ahead and type your fact. Did you know, and I'm going to set this up into two different spots. I'm going to have did you know sort of be the title here. Penguins can stay underwater for about 20 minutes at a time. Pretty impressive fact. Now I do want to make sure that I make this somewhat bigger, especially compared to the other words that are already in the background. So let's put that at 22. That looks better. And then you kind of get the chance to tweak this how you want it. I'm going to go ahead and make this top part red, and I'm also going to make sure that I wrap the text, and this time I'm going to go with the square. And you can fit it once again wherever you want it. I'm going to put it down towards the second paragraph because that's where I actually talk a little bit about swimming. And this time you're actually going to want to keep that line in there. But I'm also going to change that line. Instead of making it so small, I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to format the shape, and I'm going to do a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to change the width of that line to make it much thicker, stands out a little bit more, and I'm going to even change the color. I want it to be blue. The other thing you can do is you can even make and change the background a different color. So I'm going to make the background yellow, and now you can see how much that fact box really pops. Once I click away, you'll see it's got that nice blue border, and that is definitely going to be a box that catches people's eyes.
That wraps things up for today. Hopefully these text features will come in handy for your research paper, and I'll be back with a few more tomorrow. See you then.